So I'm Sam Weimer, co-founder of The Body Doctor, and I am the sales and marketing director. Dry eye is becoming more and more prevalent. Environmental factors are changing. I also think the biggest thing is patients' habits are changing. They're more receptive to, you know what, I have dry eye, my eyes don't feel great, and I'm going to go seek treatment. And that's a big difference because, 10, 20 years ago, it was, oh, never mind and let's continue. Now it's, I want my eyes to feel like they used to. There's more awareness around it, and we can educate patients on that. And we say, look, you're going to be sitting in an office, probably air-conned, sat in front of a computer screen or a laptop for 8-9 hours a day. These are all damaging to, obviously damages the ocular surface, and that's what we can start to help with. So I think the more we talk about it, the more we engage with it with patients as well, is going to really benefit obviously the clinicians and the practices, but also the patients getting the treatment. Dry Eye Revolution is designed to make independent opticians a fully fledged dry eye clinic within 30 days. We have the business side of it where we can really give you the tips and tricks of how to make it a success. We then have the over-the-counter side where obviously we want to be sending patients home with effective and lasting results or dry eye relief results. And then we have the in-practice, the clinical treatment. That's where the teams get really involved, especially contact lens opticians. We have an opportunity to ultimately drive the level of engagements with our patients and deliver really fast and really effective results immediately. And that's the benefit of Dry Eye Revolution and becoming a fully fledged dry eye clinic. We have successfully launched on Saturday Dry Eye Revolution 2.0. Originally, we launched last year Dry Eye Rev 1.0, and we got a lot of learnings, a lot of clinician feedback, a lot of successful clinics had been created, but we realized quickly that we need to do more support and we can do more. So that's what we've done here. We've rewrote the script ultimately on what Dry Eye Revolution is, and we have had unbelievable feedback. So it's bigger than just how to set up a clinic. It's how to set up a clinic and make it successful, and that's what Dry Eye Revolution 2.0 delivers. When we launched Dry Eye Revolution originally, the teams understand the clinician side, the clinical side of treating dry eye. It was the business side that we were having the issues with. When do I, or how do I get the patient to come back to treat dry eye on a specific day rather than, because it's easy, once we do the eye test and then we say, oh, you've got a bit of blepharitis and a bit of dry, you need a drop or you need some wipes, etc., over-the-counter products. And we do that, and we're very good at that. Whereas what Dry Eye Revolution is giving the practices the confidence to say, you know what, we're going to come back and see me on Tuesday. And that's going to come with a fee, because obviously my time has to come to be compensated, and we're going to effectively manage this dry eye. So we're going to have to do some in-practice treatment. So we recommend Nulids Pro and Zest, and that's like a manual debridement of the lid margin. We get rid of a lot of the biofilm, and Zest in particular is a massive anti-inflammatory agent. So we're going to bring down that inflammation. Patients feels amazing, and that's where we can start to see the real results. So that's where we're focusing. The Dry Eye Revolution has been written by Roz Musa, contact lens optician, very successful dry eye clinic herself. We utilize all her tips and tricks, and we provide that to all Dry Eye Revolution members.
Hi, I'm Peter Pham. I'm an ophthalmologist from Houston, Texas. I'm the founder and developer of Zocular and also the Zest platform, which is a very simple and effective eyelid cleansing procedure. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes with a clinical guarantee where if you do a Zest procedure, we guarantee that after 20 minutes, there'll be at least a 50% or greater improvement in clinical symptoms. Everything you need to perform the Zest procedure is in here. And Zest is quite versatile. It can be used to treat anything that walks into the office with redness, swelling, itch, or pain. So everything from blepharitis to Demodex to dry eye, MGD, rosacea exacerbation. So we're going to get started here. It's going to take about 5 minutes or so to do the procedure. Just open it up. You have the lens case here. You have the Zest gel. You have the surgical gauzes. You have the drape and the 2 specially developed Zaki swabs. We're going to then open up the Zest gel by turning it clockwise until it comes off. We're going to put gel into the left and right side there, about half and half, and we're going to go over and do the procedure. So you want to put a lot of gel over the lids. All right, and then you're going to turn this gel into a foam, first by going laterally. And then you can see it goes from a clear gel into a foam. Then you vary the direction of motion until you clean off that lid margin there. So for MGD type dry eye, you probably do this for about 30, 45 seconds. The lower lid will require about half that time there. All right? And see, you notice I'm going clockwise, counterclockwise. I can go vertical. You can even do rotation. This is where we're going to get the lid margin right here, even without pulling up on the lid, because you can do the rotational pattern there. And then once we do the upper lid, we're going to go down to the lower lid. Now look up there for us. Look way up. And then now you pull down the lower lid and you clean the lower lid. Again, that takes about 1/2 to 1/3 the amount of time as the upper lid. And then look down there for me, and look up again. And then again, we're gonna go right across the lid margin for a little bit there. And then we're done with one eye. Now we're gonna wipe off all of the gel with a down and out motion. And then there's a lot of gel there. We're gonna cover that gel up with a clean gauze there. And then now we're going to rinse off the gel from the eye. Now look up there for us. To do that, you're going to have the patient always look up, pull down the lower lid a little bit, and then press hard on the saline pack so that there's a stream of water coming out, or saline here. And then you're done with the one eye, and you repeat the same process for the other eye.